So we're back in Walt Disney World tracking the various construction projects going on around property, but today we have all new details about the Disney Skyliner, so let's dive into all of that up next. Hi there Waltoniers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast, and you know what, let's just get straight into it for today. As there are many construction projects taking place around Disney property at the moment, but none is more noticeable than that of the arrival of the gondola transportation system, the Disney Skyliner. As we can see here that the Skyliner stations at both Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot's International Gateway are nearing completion, with much of the exterior theming being applied to the stations, and the gondola cables have been put in place along the route as well. Which makes sense as Disney obviously want these stations that are the most visible to the guests to look complete and perhaps act as a visual teaser for the service that opens in fall of this year. Then yesterday, Disney Parks blog released all new details and some new concept art for the Skyliner cabins. As previously we'd only received this piece of concept art back in 2017, showing what the character wraps would look like on the cabins. And then in November of 2018, we saw our first look at a Skyliner cabin in person at the Destination D event. But over time, we've slowly received more of the character wrap designs that will join Mickey and Minnie, Pluto, Chip and Dale, Goofy, and Donald and Daisy Duck. As in addition to these classic and new designs of the Fab Five, you'll also see Pete, Horace Horsecollar, and Clarabelle Cow take to the skies. But Disney won't just be representing classic Disney characters and attractions on the Skyliner system within the cabins, but also Disney movies, Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel as well. With Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Lilo and Stitch, Moana, Peter Pan, The Princess and the Frog, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Zootopia, Toy Story, Coco, Monsters Inc., Ratatouille, and oddly enough, up in the skies, Finding Dory. And then from Star Wars and Marvel, you'll see C-3PO, R2-D2, Star-Lord and Gamora in this cartoon style. But that could just be because it's concept art and it's not the final character design for the gondola as of yet. Now, along with Disney releasing this piece of concept art that shows what the descent will look like when you're coming in to the Skyliner stations at the Caribbean Beach Resort, Disney have also officially announced that the Skyliner has entered the initial test phase for the service, after this clip surfaced on Twitter over the weekend of the actual Skyliner cabins being tested at Disney's Hollywood Studios, but not the construction gondolas like we saw back in December. But don't go expecting this service to debut anytime soon, as it's supposedly going to be in full operation by around September of 2019, with a possibility of a soft opening of the service in mid to late August. Now last week we reported on the fact that there was a brand new Toy Story 4 trailer that had received its classification and was going to be released very soon. But yesterday Pixar released this new character poster for Bo Peep sporting her new look in Toy Story 4, confirming her transformation from a delicate porcelain sheep herder to an adventurous, free-spirited toy in the wild. And this is important as Pixar usually do this kind of thing just before they drop a brand new trailer. So more than likely we're going to see a proper new trailer for Toy Story 4 this week, just before the Super Bowl, as Disney have also bought an ad spot to debut a new Avengers Endgame teaser as well during the game. But before we get into any more news for today, I just want to say a quick thanks to our sponsor for today's episode, Mickey Travels. As Mickey Travels are only one of a select few travel agencies in the entire world that have Disney's Platinum Earmark status. So if you're looking to book a Disney vacation, Mickey Travels will handle all aspects of your trip and do it all for free, as they never charge for their services. So to get your free quote today, visit MickeyTravels.com in the description box or call them on the number below. And whilst we're at Disney's Hollywood Studios, just on the other side of that fence there, to the side of Rock and Roller Coaster, is where Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is going to be opening on March 31st of 2019. Now up until this point we haven't received any footage of a Lightning McQueen animatronic in full operation yet, but a DSNY Newscast viewer has sent in this exclusive of a Lightning McQueen model making its way into Disney's Hollywood Studios, with this more than likely being used as part of a meet and greet photo opportunity similar to that of Cruz Ramirez over at the former Pixar place, which I imagine will be placed in the courtyard just outside the Sunset Showcase Theatre for Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. But now elsewhere within Walt Disney World, after suffering a malfunction last summer and then being removed from the Festival of Fantasy Parade, the Maleficent Dragon has now returned to all of her roaring glory and will be featured in the parade daily, with new enhancements to ensure that this, supposedly, doesn't happen again. Now we might be in Walt Disney World at the moment, but over in Disneyland, as part of Project Stardust, there are major structural refurbishments happening to the castle that started it all, as Sleeping Beauty Castle is going to be getting a completely new roof, as in recent years the 64-year-old castle has had temporary anniversary overlays which have added additional weight and taken its toll on the castle. So Disney are opting to future-proof the iconic piece of Disney architecture before it's too late. But whilst the castle is undergoing this work, there will also be a unique photo opportunity to take a picture in front of a classic Herb Ryman concept art from the 1950s. However, this Project Stardust has a much more vital role than maintaining the original Disney park, as this summer Disneyland is going to experience an attendance spike like it's never had before, when Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens most likely in June or July. So as part of this Project Stardust, Disneyland have been making alterations to improve the guest flow around the park, and I highly recommend this Mice Chat article on the topic, which I'll link to down below in the description box. But now it's over to you Waltoneers. I would like to know if you could add anything extra to the Disney Skyliner system and the cabins themselves to make it even more magical. What would it be and how would it work to make the experience even more magical? And don't just say air conditioning, as don't worry, these Skyliner cabins are going to have good air ventilation, so therefore they won't get too hot during the peak times of summer. And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in with a chance to win one of these official Waltoneer DSNY Newscast enamel pins. And congratulations to these Waltoneers here for winning these suggestions from the previous videos, where we were talking all about the new Pixar experiences at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and also Zootopia Land coming to Shanghai Disneyland. And so that's it for today, so go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon so that you always receive an update, hopefully from YouTube, whenever a new DSNY Newscast comes out on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And also, if you've enjoyed today's video around Walt Disney World, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.